Hey, so I'm just out looking for a place to do some city whooping today, in an area of Vancouver called Gastown, and it's early in the morning. I like to go out early to do these kind of flights just because then there's less people to complain. No, it's just less chances of running into like incidents. And yeah, I mean, that looks fun up there, but I'm gonna find something else that has less people. So let's see what I can find along here. If you ever visit Vancouver, Yaletown's a really nice place to get some food. They're a bit more on the pricey end though, but no, all very delicious choices here. You wouldn't last here if you weren't a good restaurant. So I brought my Air75 today. I printed out this R2D2 looking canopy. It's like super protective of the camera. The reason I had to do that though is because, well, the screw at the front of the frame broke off. So I needed a way to better support the camera. And so I'm using this, but also I've been doing like dives, a whole bunch of dive practice. So this really protects the board and the camera itself, and I'm able to kind of full send at the cost of, you know, the agility that I lose and the power that I lose from having the extra weight. But it's for me in this practice mode, then it's good. And you know, I'm city whooping here. I'm not doing anything crazy. Just trying to find some gaps I can fly through. So yeah, let's hook up here and fly. Cool arming. So, like I said, this area is called Yaletown. It's like these old looking buildings. It's kind of fun. There's probably some historic value there, but yeah. Right, so sometimes get asked, like, what is it like flying downtown? You know, it's so crowded, and like, do people come ask you to stop and whatnot? For me, like, I make sure that when I fly, I try to choose times that has the least people as possible that I'm willing to wake up for. So sometimes that actually means I wake up at 5 a.m. to fly. It's totally quiet at that time, and it's great. But other times, like today, I'm heading out with my wife for an early lunch, and she has to finish some work as well. So not quite the time that I would like to go, but it is what it is. So, you know, if that's the case, then I try to find locations that don't have a lot of people in them, like this area here. There's no one around, right? And like plenty of fun visual interest to fly through. So yeah, that's kind of my tip. But otherwise, the other thing too, I try to like, well, always fly with something that's like 2 inches smaller. The smaller the better, obviously, but then you want to make sure that you can actually handle the winds that might happen in an outdoor scenario. So that's why this Air75 and this kind of weight class is more superior than other stuff that you could take. Look at that, look. No, I'm fine, I'm back up. That canopy is amazing. Though I'm sure the frame took a beating, so we'll see what the damage is when I bring it back in later. Yeah, so Air75, Air65, you know, quiet, perfect for these situations. You can see I'm here and it's quiet. I'm trying to fly close to the camera so you can hear, but it's like very quiet compared to the ambient noise that's happening everywhere else with the constructions, the garbage can. So the other thing too is I try to make myself like visible when I fly in case it does bug someone and they come up and, you know, need to ask me to stop. Just be respectful. That's kind of it. Just be a good human. It's hopefully not too hard. And I mean, yes, you might feel like maybe it is your right to, especially if it's in a public place. Like if you are flying one of these kind of micro drone, toy class drones, like you really aren't hurting anyone. But at the same time, if it does bug someone, like, you know, I don't want to put up with that when I'm flying. I don't want them to like unexpectedly react to it. Who knows? So it's better just to move on. It's a lot of places around that you can still find to fly. So, or just come back in another time if you really wanted to, right? And when like the Karens are not around to bug you. So, yeah. No, I'm just going around. And I guess the other thing too, I try to stay away from people if possible. If I catch them in my peripheral, or if I'm flying towards and I see that there are gonna be people, then I make sure that I like just leave the area, leave quickly. They might not even notice the drone. It's so quiet and small, but still, you can get it away from them pretty easily. Like you are gonna be, with the superiority you have over the space, you can go anywhere you want. So it's easier for you to just GTFO. Okay, well, again, I'm not gonna do anything too risque because I'm not, there's still public around and I don't wanna fly too reckless. And you know, that's subjective. Would be fun to do a power loop and then try to dive through with a gap though. So why don't we finish off the battery with one of those. Nice. All right. Cool. Well, that's for this location. Maybe I'll find another location and set up there, but we'll see how it goes. I also have to check if there's any damage from that previous crash. All right, recording live. Let's fly. It's kind of making a weird noise here, but yeah. See this fun structure here where we can probably go do some loop-de-loops. One of the things I try to do is kind of make sure I don't have anything down as well, which is why I have the camera mounted on me. I'm wearing my bag ready to go if I need to. And I fly like this all the time. So I strap everything to myself and I stand in case, you know, we need to leave or we need to deal with a situation. I don't want to have to think about where my bag is. So make sure I have everything all on myself, ready to go. What does this say? It spells safety. Fly up. Behind me as well is a recreation center, so, or at least I think this is the train museum, and then this part might be the recreation center. So there's a lot of rooms here where people do crafting, and there's a gym available. I'll stay close to myself, like I said. Fly through these tables. Juicy flick over myself. Rewind. I love the Air75. Like, it is a well-tuned. The motors, I have the Champion edition here. The motors are so powerful. Can handle the weight of this RTD2 as well. Though it is making weird sounds right now. I wonder if one of my props are fucked. But yeah, there's no one here. We can do another power loop. Wall ride this. Never really done wall taps too much, but I tried to tap there. Kind of missed it. Give it another shot here. Okay, that was a very violent tap, but we tapped it. If that person wasn't sitting here, I'd probably try to go for a Matty through here, but you know, I don't want to miss that Matty and end up out of control and potentially, not like it would hurt, but wouldn't want to scare her. I think this reads safety first, so very important, friends. Make sure you keep that in mind, especially when you're flying near people. But yes, the Air75, amazing. I think I might end my flight here a little early because that sound I kind of want to deal with. Found my final spot of the day here. There's this, what is probably some water feature, but the waters have been turned off since we're in our summertime and we have water restrictions happening right now. But if you look through, there's some gaps that I wonder if my Air75 can clear. So we're gonna fly low and like try to clear some of these gaps that are really tight and close to the ground. All right, this time I am live and recording, yep. Oh, there's a lot of wind here right now though. The camera angle on this canopy is pretty low, but that's okay. I think that's fine for this type of drone anyways. Not like I'm racing. Oh wow, the gap is super low. Ooh, we can clear it, but it is not comfortable. But I mean, I wanted to try to do the consecutive gaps, so we're gonna try it anyway, see how far we get. 1. Oh, 2, that was low. Oh my God, that was so low. I lost track of life. Oh no, this 2, 3. Oh God, 4? No, that's death. This is tough. I don't know if I'll be able to get through all of them like that in a combo. Well, won't stop me from trying. That's what I'm gonna be doing here. I guess the last kind of tip I have for y'all is just like, not really a tip, but just the fact that like, you know, we build up like anxiety to fly, right? And especially when there's like people around. But the funny part, and the part that took me a while to realize, is that people just don't care about you. And I'm not trying to be mean, it's just that like, we tend to think people are thinking about us more than they actually do. Like, it's not the case. Like, unless I was being offensive or like offending someone by flying, you know, close to them, or they think I'm like spying on them or something or whatnot. But otherwise, like, people tend to leave you alone. Like, they, just like how you don't want to be encountered, they probably don't want to encounter you either if they don't have to. Especially in a place like Vancouver, that seems to be the case. Like, no one's just gonna randomly go up and talk to people. It's very rare here. People typically keep to themselves. So that's, maybe it's different from your area, but like downtown where I live, like that's usually the case. I've maybe been talked to twice, 3 times. Like, I can probably count it on one hand where I've actually been encountered by someone, and then even less so for people who asked me to leave. It might be even just one time where the person, I was, can't remember which drone it was, but she said the sound was giving her anxiety. So I totally get it. It sounds like, depending on how you take it, it could sound like a swarm of mosquitoes or, you know, a really large one. So I just picked up and moved to another area. It was a field that I was at, and she was walking around the track, so it wasn't a big deal for me to move. Okay, sorry, I probably haven't been able to try those gaps again because it's hard to concentrate while with those points. You know, I don't know if that counts because I was kind of tapping the ground every time, but I got through them. Maybe we should start from like the beginning, which is over here. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, fuck. That is death. Okay, well, shit. Harder than I thought. Way too low. But, you know, kind of a glutton for punishment. We're gonna try it again. I grew up playing games like Monster Hunter and Dark Souls, so that's kind of my jam, you know, just throw myself at the wall 100 million times until I get it right. Oh boy, there's some wetness there. Oh no, I already threw myself off. All right, it's kind of windy too, so I start getting pushed. And then when I see water, I start panicking too, because there's like ponds here, not ponds, but just water left over from our rainfall yesterday. The wind. Oh, yeah, let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, we cleared it, friends. And so it makes this giant leaf. Cool. Well, thanks for coming along with me. I'm about to head to a cafe bakery thing to meet my wife and have a post-flight croissant, because I think I need to celebrate after this. And also we're just gonna get some work done. So, you know, this is a kind of our lazy Sunday situation, and kind of do something semi-productive in the morning, and then I'll go home, maybe clean the house or whatnot, and then just relax for the rest of the day. So yeah, thanks for joining me. Later.